David Adodo Show on 106.1 FM. You're listening to African Voices Radio.
Girl, you dey ginger me. You dey confuse me. You know, girl, my love, you dey ginger me. Anytime, any day. You dey confuse me. Girl, you dey ginger me. You dey confuse me. You know, girl, my love, you dey ginger me. Anytime, any day. You dey confuse me.
Oh, yeah, pass the jollof. Jollof on the jet. The party jollof. Jollof on the jet. I can't get enough. Jollof on the jet.
Funny boy, bust up my medulla.
Bakora fimbo mechi kali vile geto na kachakaza. Bunya chaga boko ni bilio ya neno kunyamaza. Yeah, you turn good man to be bad man for your lover. Yeah, you wanna eat, I go give you cucumber and my cassava. Katoto soft, huna kipili. Base ni chune, yote michili. Kula baga, nilete mbili. Acha simata na shawa unekiri. Baby, you don't know that you're the one who lives in my soul. I want you to know I will never let you go, baby.
Oh, yeah, pass the jollof. Jollof on the jet. The party jollof. Jollof on the jet. I can't get enough. Jollof on the jet. Jollof on the jet. Make you pass the jollof. Jollof on the jet. The party jollof. Jollof on the jet. Me, I can't get enough. Jollof on the jet. Jollof on the jet. Jollof on the jet.
Girl, you dey ginger me. You dey confuse me. You know, girl, my love, you dey ginger me. Anytime, any day. You dey confuse me. Girl, you dey ginger me. You dey confuse me. You know, girl, my love, you dey ginger me. Anytime, any day. You dey confuse me.
You're listening to African Voices Radio. You're listening to African Voices Radio.
No one came to see.
Kefun, o collect, o wale, o wanet. Pakam, body too correct. Oh no, Eddie man don't forget. Money go kefun, o collect, o wale, o wanet. Pakam, body too correct. Say she love me, and you love it. Sensima, why they for her Benzema? Why you want $1? Sensima, this kind dance you the dance. I'm doing the singing, you doing the dance. Oh, why you wanna do me long thing? She open up sorry yo. Why you they do me something? Why you they do me long thing? She open up sorry yo. Why you they do me something? O collect, o wale, o wanet. Pakam, body too correct. Oh no, Eddie man don't forget. Money go perfume, o collect, o wale, o wanet. Pakam, body too correct. Say she love me, and you love it. Sensima, why they for her Benzema? Why you want $1? Sensima, this kind dance you the dance. I'm doing the singing, you doing the dancing.
Listening to African Voices Radio.
Why they for her Benzema? Why you want $1? Sensima, this kind dance you the dance. I'm doing the singing, you doing the dancing.
Benzema, baby, shaman, I'm like a joke. Down, the back when all I want me can know. I think your body, fun daddy, yo. Oh baby, your body, fun daddy, yo. Any matter, any matter, Boko, Shama one any matter, Boko, Sasha one any matter, Shama any matter, Boko, Daddy mama any matter, Boko, I go me really matter, yeah.
Kefun, o collect, o wale, o wanet. Pakam, body too correct. Oh no, Eddie man don't forget. Money go kefun, o collect, o wale, o wanet. Pakam, body too correct. Say she love me, and you love it. Sensima, why they for her Benzema? Why you want $1? Sensima. This kind dance, you the dance. I'm doing the singing, you doing the dancing. Benzema. Why they for her? Benzema. Why you want $1? Sensima. This kind dance, you the dance. I'm doing the singing, you doing the dancing. Benzema. Why you wanna do me long thing? She open up sorry yo. Why you they do me something? Why you they do me long thing? She open up sorry yo. Why you they do me something? Oh wale, pakam. Say she love me, you know that.
You're listening to African Voices Radio. You're listening to African Voices Radio.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another David Adodo Show on 106.1 Praise FM here in Baltimore, US of A. It's a beautiful Saturday here in Baltimore. I'm sure everybody is having fun, and good evening to our people all over the world, depending on the time you are. Of course, I have the usual gang in the house. Mr. Charles, we have some people that are lost and found. We're going to charge them for not being able to join us. They led the two of us to be on the program for how many weeks now?
For 4 weeks.
Okay, so I'm going to start with Mr. Adodo. Welcome. We miss you. What has been happening to you?
I've been very busy campaigning for my candidates.
Oh.
In the Edo State election, and we thank God the election went the way it went, and we are thinking of what we are going to do next. So we are keeping everybody, informed that we have something to do about the election that was not. It was not.
That was rigged. That was rigged. I know, right?
Why are you laughing? The election was.
They're gonna find somebody to pay.
So that's what has kept me busy.
I know.
I welcome you guys also. Thank you for keeping the light on, and all our listeners. I thank you all for hanging there.
We welcome you. Yeah, we welcome you back. We actually miss you. That's the truth. We miss you so much. So let's hear from my brother, Mr. Tunde Phillips.
Well, I have been away.
What Tunde said is not what David said, because Tunde was saying Obaseki won, and that's not what David said.
Anyway, we get to know all that when we're going to still talk about that. We welcome everyone. We thank you for joining us. It's going to be a beautiful show today. We have a whole lot to discuss today. We're going to talk about coronavirus. Of course, it's still ongoing. And one beautiful thing, October, the celebratory year back home in Nigeria. I can see all of you in your white and green. White and green.
Yes. That's why I have the flag behind me.
I know. This. They would say in my language. They say this is Obobo Yaya. Where did you get this? I can't even remember your sister. right? And I can see my brother Obosi. Look at your flag up there. Yes.
I'm not having flag. I'm wearing the flag.
You're wearing the flag. You just put Nigeria on your chest.
Tunde is having a flag. I'm wearing the flag. That is
wearing the flag, and I can see my brother, the chief host himself, wearing the Nigeria on his head. Hey, representing seriously well. It's very patriotic Nigeria. My chairman. We welcome you all. We miss the two of you. It has been exciting. But without you guys, we miss you so much. But we try our best. I hope you guys were watching wherever you are. Now we're gonna go on a break. When we come back, we're gonna talk first of all the pandemic that is ongoing. It's still very much around. We don't know what is going on. We're gonna talk briefly about that and the safety to take. We'll be right back.
Okay.
You're listening to African Voices Radio.
Welcome back. It's still David Adodo Show on 106.1 Praise FM here in Baltimore. Welcome back. Yeah, coronavirus is still outgoing there. And people are not taking precaution. I see a whole lot of people not wearing their mask. We're having a whole lot of issue back in DC. It's scary. And from what we were discussing earlier, I was having a chat with Mr. Adodo, and he was saying that the pandemic is growing like before, especially in DC. Even where we are, people are starting partying. Guys, what is going on? What is going on?
Yeah, I think our people have suddenly forgotten that the virus has not taken a break. The virus does not take a break. The virus does not care who you are. The virus is spreading. So after a while, people tend to relax and then want to go back to life as it used to be. But this is not the time.
But people are not listening. People are not following these precautions. Even the president right now has COVID. You understand? That tells you that this disease is not the respect of any human being. If the president of the United States has protected, even the air around him is protected. That is the power of the United States. If this man can have COVID, that tells you that this disease can affect anybody. I'm very concerned about everybody, not just. I'm very concerned about everybody, and especially the African community. We are not taking these things seriously. I still see a lot of people partying, going to party and they don't even wear masks at this party. I see them. I told, right, when this thing started, I told everybody, don't invite me to the party. I'm not coming. After the coronavirus, I'll be there. I will see you. A lot of people are not following these precautions, and I thank God so far, it's not affecting it's not affecting Africans, but this infection, this disease is here. In New York right now, it is coming back to where it was before. This is not a joke. It's not a joke, and people need to be careful. They are talking about aerosol. It can be dispensed through the air. And people go to parties and dance, and that's why these Africans, they wear their igele and everything they want to wear, and they party. Even the co-host, Tunde, he's one of those people. I see him all the time dancing. I say, this is my brother. What is wrong with this guy? And you come on air every Saturday to talk to people. People are listening to you. You are like a leader in this society now. Because every Saturday, people tune into you, listen to you. So when they see you on Facebook they will say, look at Tunde. Look at the guy that is on radio all the time talking about social distancing and he's partying, no mask.
Yeah, but understand that those events that are at, we always check temperature before we go in. We take the precautions, the hand sanitizers, temperatures are checked before we go in. The only part that you see is the part that where we're dancing. You don't see the part where we do all the precautions before we start dancing. So that's
are you saying that? Tunde, are you saying that when you take the temperature, people that have elevated temperature, you send them out of the party? Is that what you're saying? You don't
even get to the door to get in. You don't even get to the entrance to the party. You're checked at the gate. So when you go, correct, you go back.
Even in a house party, there's somebody with a thermometer right there.
Correct. There's somebody checking at the gates before you get to the door at the gates of the house. Then somebody checking you with a thermometer, checking your temperature. If it's elevated, they tell you that you are turned back. You're also giving hand sanitizers and everything right there at the door. The only part that you see is the part where the dancing is done.
Let's talk about it. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
If that is what you guys are doing, I commend you. If that is what you guys are doing, I commend you. But let me ask you another question.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily mean that because your temperature is down, is low, it's not 98.6. Automatically, you are COVID free. You must have to do the test.
That was my question to him.
The test is not done. You understand? Excuse me, Tunde. Let us. Me and my brother Charles. We want to hammer you. We want to hammer you really.
Really, for him.
Are you telling us that you have a lab right there at the party? Where you guys are having fun. It's okay to have fun. Are you saying that there's a lab right there where you guys are doing all these tests before you start?
Let me explain to you one thing. When you have an infection, the first sign of infection is elevated temperature. Without any lab, without anybody telling you, even if you have malaria, once your temperature is elevated, we rest assured something is going on in your body. Something is cooking in your system. So you don't need a lab to tell you that your temperature is elevated. You need a thermometer.
We are not talking about lab.
No, hold on. I'm explaining.
No, Chief, please, let's hear him out.
Even you don't need a lab. You don't need a lab to test. Hold on, Mr. Charles. I'm also, every week, I get tested for coronavirus. Every week I get tested twice. Hold on. I'm telling you, hold on.
Hold on, sir.
Most of the people that you see us gather together are people that they are clinicians. If you look at those videos, those are the same people we move around together.
Hey,
and these people all get tested every week. Hold on. I just told you they are clinicians. That means they get tested every week. And we all move around together. So it's you don't see the testing before the party. You only see us dancing. They are dancing. No. You didn't see what we went through before we started dancing.
To you, Charles.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Charles, you ask your question before I will talk about the temperature taking.
I don't think what you're trying to justify here makes sense. Okay, listen, Tunde, listen. The other day I was thinking, okay, if you, I don't know, maybe many people that you've been talking to right now, and people check them now and before. A lot of people that are following these social distancing procedures, they don't even, they don't even get code these days, the regular code. Think about it. Since we started all this masks, social distancing, there has been less. So telling me that, because, are you telling me that this our president, they didn't test me every day?
Do you believe what they tell you?
Is that what you're telling me?
Okay.
Do you believe what they tell you? Do you believe what they tell you? Don't believe everything they're telling you.
Well, either we believe or we don't believe. What we're trying to say, we can say it's not only it's not only my brother Tunde that we can say is justified about
this. The spotlight. Tunde is in the spotlight.
Yes,
it doesn't matter. I know. What I'm trying to say is that, listen, going out amongst people that you know, you understand? Going out.
Can you please let's hear him?
It's very hard for me to put a sentence out and you're ready to jump at me.
I know why. He's taking somebody. Come on, go ahead, Mr. T.
Because it's very, very responsible. Let's not use that as an excuse. If the doctor is here, he's going to be very, very upset with you.
You will not let me talk before you start crucifying me. Even Jesus spoke before he was crucified.
I will not say anything again.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Don't be like the presidential debate on Tuesday. But anyway, this is what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I was saying.
By me going out and hanging out with my people, my friends, and those sort of people, those are people that I know do not have COVID. You understand? For you, it is dangerous because you don't know those people like I know them. What you see is 3 or 4 people dancing together. Oh, they're not from. Listen, even with the president, like you said, with the air protected and everything, he caught COVID. You understand? So because you cannot be cooked, you're a human being. You're a social being. You cannot be cooked up in the house and say, oh, COVID all your life. You will still get COVID. Trump was tested all this while, I still got COVID. I've been going to this social event, I don't get COVID. So think about it yourself. So even if I go with people that I know that are tested, people that are clinicians, people that we work together every day. I get tested every week. I don't think you have had a test. When was the last time you had a test? I get tested every week. And then you are asking me which people. Those people get tested every week. We all go together as a group. We could throw a party in my house here. A couple of 3, 4 people that are my colleagues that we all get tested every week. Come in the house here. I have a thermometer temperature. That's the first thing that shows elevated temperature. Then before you start coughing or anything comes, you know something is going on. So when your temperature is elevated,
really? Okay, Mr. T, I understand.
As often as you do what you said you are doing, you should be tested every hour.
No, it doesn't matter. If you get tested every hour, does not mean that you don't have COVID.
See, can I just come in, because we are here to educate ourselves and to educate the public. Of course, the coronavirus is still out there and it's still killing a lot of people. You just made a good point that you get tested and you know the people you hang out with, which is okay because they get tested every week. They're your colleague that you know their medical history, so to say. It's different from hanging out with people that you don't even know nothing about them. A whole lot of people they're guilty about this. The only thing I would just appeal to you to do, because we're like public figure, we talk to people about this. How do we guard against this? Is for you not to post pictures, because right now you just explained the fact that you get tested every week and all the people that you're in the party together get tested. How about the people that they're throwing parties that they're not getting tested? They don't even know the people they're hanging out with. That is the danger of it. Please continue your party, be careful, but do not flag up pictures again on Facebook, because if you flag up pictures on your Facebook, it's just to tell people that, okay, you can go ahead and have your party. They don't know the precautions you and your friends are taking. That is just it. Enjoy yourself, one life to live. But we should be careful. Let us take precaution. It's not time for us now to start having parties. Even we're unable to go to the studio to have a program. I miss all of you because we hang out every Saturday. We see ourselves every Saturday. Since this pandemic started, I've not seen any of you. We've not seen ourselves. We only see ourselves on Skype or Zoom every Saturday. We love to be together, but we can't do it. Why? Because we're being conscious of what is going out there. We're just appealing to people that they see pandemic. People should still be careful. Let us give 2020, let us leave 2020 for COVID and look forward to a better future 2021. Hopefully, it's going to go. I can't wait for pandemic to go because I want to party. It's part of me. I'm an African person. Even someone that is not African, all of us, we go to party. They go to club, they party in their own way. But we can't do it. Why? Because of pandemic. But it's like they rightly said, human beings, we can't be caged in one place. We are meant to go out. If you stay in the house for 48 hours, you know what it means. We don't want to go out, but we should be careful. We should be careful in our going out. We should use our mask, take enough precaution, wash your hands. I love Mr. Adodo. He doesn't even want to hear nothing like party. He doesn't want to hear. I don't know why. He's so scared. Maybe the money is so much he wants to enjoy his money. I
understand.
Yeah. Yes.
The truth of the matter is that I am not as young as you.
So don't be mad if I go outside to party.
So let me tell you.
There's nothing. Young has nothing to do with this as well.
I listen to you. They can combat, microorganism more than I do. But what I can rightly tell you is that there's nothing wrong with you, partying or putting it on the Facebook. That one I will not fault you for that. My only concern is that as much as possible, we should take the necessary precautions. We should take necessary precautions. Understand? You might know somebody very well, but you don't really know who that person knows. Understand? It's like having an affair with a lady. When you have an affair with a lady, you don't even know how many people that lady is having an affair with.
You have to know the lady.
Why do you have to use lady as an example? What is wrong with you?
You have to know the lady before you have an affair with her.
Guys. Why didn't you use a man as an example? You don't know how many ladies you're having an affair with. Anyway, let's wrap it up.
Let's not know too how many people the men have an affair with also.
Exactly. All we're saying is let us take precaution. The pandemic is still out there. COVID is still real. And if we have to look at the statistics, the Black people that have been affected with this COVID, the number is really, really high. So we have to be careful, irrespective of your color. But people of color, they should be more careful. This is not the time. We should just hold on. If you're alive, you have a whole lot of parties to do. Now we're going to wrap this up. Nigeria is 60. We're going on break. When we come back, let us talk about our homeland, Nigeria at 60. And when we come back, we're going to have our guest. As usual, person that's always been with us every time on this program. She watches this program from the day we started it, in person of Patient Oyima. She will be joining us shortly after the program. We'll be back on David Adodo Show, 106.1 Praise FM here in Maryland.
I'm looking.
Nàìjíríà yìí tí gbogbo wa ní kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ torí kò sí ibòmíràn tí a lè lọ àjò lè dàbí ilé ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan gbé kémi gbé.
listening to African Voices Radio. Listening to African Voices Radio.
Nípa ọ̀rọ̀ òṣèlú wa, èyí ló kó bá gbogbo wa wá, ló kó bá ọrọ̀ ajé wa. Torí kò má lè jẹ́ kí ìjà máa wà, ìjàmbá ti tó kábàárì àbúyá. Torí àwọn ọmọ wa tí ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn.
We're back from our break, and we have our special guest for today with us. She's a nurse educator. She's an RN. That means she's a registered nurse. And then she is in the name of the person of Miss Patience Onyema. I hope I pronounced that very well.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're missing one thing. She's our number one fan too.
Number one fan. And that's why we're having you.
And so that's how we have. So you see, things happen on David Adodo Show. You give us kudos online, we'll bring you onto the show. So we're expecting, more people to come in, online, contribute online, or either, somehow, and then you end up on the program. Welcome, Miss Patience.
Thank you so much.
Today, we're talking about Nigeria at 60. We all Nigerians from Africa. We're an African, but particularly Nigeria. And our great country just turned 60. We need to go back and see what the achievements has been like, what the country is all about, our mineral resources, our achievement individually and collectively in different fields. So we're going to be talking about our great country. I'm a Nigerian. I love my country. I'm passionate about Nigeria. When I hear Nigeria, the smile that comes out of my face is, I don't know why Mr. Adodo is always making fun of me whenever I mention Nigeria. I don't know. She say, you're so patriotic. Yes, it's true, because that is where I know. That's where I'm born. And that is my roots. Yeah, Nigeria at 60. What has been happening to us? What has been happening to our country? What has been happening to our leaders right from inception? Are we moving forward? Are we moving forward in all ramification, or in a way we kind of slow down when it got to a particular point? Has it always been like this? We need to talk about it. And people back home, people watching us, please contribute. It is our country. What can we do? What are we doing that is right? And what are we doing as citizen that is not right?
So let's start with Jerry.
Let's start with me. Well, we thank God. Yeah, we thank God for Nigeria at 60, and we have, we were colonized by the British, and it has not been easy. It's a group of tribes. It's a combination. It's a lot of tribes put together by the British to form an entity called Nigeria. So it has not been an easy journey for these multifaceted, ethnic groups, making it into a united nation called Nigeria. So we've been struggling all this while to make sure that we overcome our problems that was initially by the British, and I think a lot of us have done so well, individually and collectively. Because the military came in and ruled for so many years now, we have been able to transit from military rule to democracy, and the democracy is trying to strive where everybody is trying to do their best to make sure that democracy is government of the people, by the people and for the people. So Nigerians right now are embracing democracy, and we are hoping that as time goes on, democracy will have a strong footing, and things will not be as they are right now. We are not 100% there yet, you understand, and we are praying to God as time goes on, as we are, as we continue to practice democracy, things will begin to get better. Before I conclude, Patience Oyema is a nurse. I think it would be appropriate for us to let her talk a little bit about herself and what she does before we can move forward again. So, Patience.
Thank you, Mr. Dodo. Thank you, everybody. The Queen herself, thank you for inviting me. Thank you, Mr. Tunde Phillips. And thank you, Mr. Charles. I am delighted. I am a bona fide Nigerian. And when it comes to Nigeria, my blood runs hot. And I thank Mr. Dodo for the show, creating a forum where we all can come together and discuss about our beloved country. It's about time. Other countries have radio shows, and this is ours, and this is why I diligently, on a weekly basis, log in to listen to you guys and cheer you guys up. Well, my name is Patience Onyema. I've been in the United States for over 30-something years. I am a registered nurse by profession, but if anybody who knows me know me as a fashion designer. Yeah. However, I'm a nurse educator. I train nurses, I teach nurses, and presently I am a faculty director at Excelsior College in New York. I just started with them like a week ago, and I teach online now. So, that being said, I'm excited about it. It's a new position and a new step for me. So, I am excited for myself.
You need applause. We need to give you. We need to clap for you. That's a great news. We're proud of you.
And at the present, by God's willing, within the next 16 weeks, I should have my DNP, my doctorate in nursing. So I'm working hard. I'm writing my dissertation, and I'm believing God it will come to fruition.
Amen.
Anyways, Nigeria is one of the most amazing places that I've ever known in the world. I've been almost everywhere in the world, but there's no place like Nigeria. So, should I talk about Nigeria? I'm just wrapping up.
Well, we're celebrating Nigeria today, and we're going to talk about country itself, and the government. And we're going to talk about we, the individuals and Nigerians, are making waves both back home and in diaspora. We're trying to, portray our country in a way that the media are not talking about. So that is just what we want to do today. And even if we can do that for the rest of the month, it's not so much, because Nigeria is very large. and we have a whole lot of achievements and achievements in Nigeria that we can talk about.
I agree.
So we're going to talk about our past government from inception, from the time of Nadia Zikwe, the likes of Obafemi Awolowo, then down to this present generation we are in. What happened? What are the changes that we are seeing that does not augur well with us, that is making our hearts to bleed? Somebody like me, when I look back, especially on the education sector in Nigeria, it pains my heart. Of course, Nigerians are well educated. Even here in the United States of America, if they put, I read it on the internet, when they put the number of people that are really educated in Nigeria, in America, Nigeria took 52% of it. We are topping the chart. Talk less of we back home. But what happens to our education sector, that the government is not funding it, but the private sectors, they're doing their best, although it's expensive. But why do they kill the education sector, the public education sector, that somebody like me, I don't know if you guys, that we benefited from? I went to a public school. I didn't pay no dime. I didn't pay a dime when I went to school. Both my primary school, that's what we call it back home, and my secondary school, I did not pay a dime. So what happened? Where did we get it wrong? Our leaders trying to, the selfish interest as usual. What happened? That is where I'm passionate about. You might have a different opinion. Mr. Adodo is a businessman. He might see from a different perspective, but I know your background because you've said it severally. Mr. T might be different. Charles also might be different, likewise too, but that's where I'm passionate about. And it's really, really painful to my heart that we need to pay so much to educate our children in Nigeria. Why is it like that? Where did we get it from?
Tunde, the question is for you.
Oh, really?
Well, my take, I share your views on education, Queen. The way I look at it is that the leaders in the country do not know the value of education. If you train a person, you train a nation. We have situations where people are hungry. They use education and hunger as weapons to pull the people down. If somebody is educated and is not hungry, he will become an opposition. But if he's hungry and is uneducated, then he's at your mercy. And so that's the way I look at it. That's the way I see things in Nigeria. Because once they know you're educated, you have a voice. And when you have a voice, they want to silence you. They don't want that voice because that voice will speak against the ills that they are doing. And so they don't want that. You understand? We rightly say Nigerians are highly educated. All of us on this program are examples. We're all highly educated. And we're all Nigerians. So why would education not be? I was surprised the other day they are talking about also strike. The universities and sectors are going on strike. You go to a four-year degree program in Nigeria, you spend 6 to 8 years. Because in between there will be strikes, in between there will be riots, because facilities are not on campus, are not on the universities. Then the quality of the education you're getting, there are no books in the library. I know how to. A couple of friends of mine are gathering together to send books to schools back in Nigeria. There are no school books in the library. So what kind of education are you getting? You put a youth couple outside and let them. I see these videos online sometimes, and they ask them simple questions. These are youth couples that have gone through university. You ask them simple questions, you'll be amazed at the answers they give back to you. So it is a problem. It's a major problem. And until the government understand that education is the future of that country, we're going to remain backwards. Right now, we're just consuming. We're a consumer nation. We're not producing nothing except for the oil. Education, back home, nothing is happening educationally. Nothing. If you want to be rich in the
public sector,
and in the public sector, it is sad. There are so many ideas, but there's no money to roll the ideas out.
When
the interest rate is high, you can't. Public school is since the last public school I can remember was Jakonde, when they had those Jakonde secondary schools, and they never built up on them, and that was it. Those buildings crumbled, and that was the end of it. So education is a priority in any society. They say the person who has one eye is Lord in the land of the blind people. So education is the only way we can move on. Without education, there's no way. There is no way out of this.
And that is what they always say. Where I come from Ekiti State. In my state, there's no family you will get to that you not see a graduate or PhD holder. That's what they know us for in Ekiti State. Back home, I don't know of you guys, but I know and until now, it's still like that. People struggle very well to educate their children, but the government, they need to do their own quota. They need to try. They need to help. They need to continue the legacy that the people like Obafemi Awolowo laid down. They need to do that. They come here, they see what is happening. What happened? Why are they treating us this way? I'm sure Mr. David Adodo, he too, you benefited from it. Even our leaders, even the leaders we have today, they benefited from all this free education that we have at that time. They were sent here by the government to school. And right now, they don't even think about that. They have they have free education. They were given scholarship to study abroad. And that's what brought them to where they are today. Then why are they killing the sector? It's a shame and it's unjustifiable.
Charles.
First of all, let me first of all, before I say something, congratulations to our guest. Everybody knows this. Nigeria, they like you said, I share the same view with you. The Queen 30 years ago. I mean, why I'm saying these stories, that's really what happened to me. It's, if you remember, in the 70s and then the little bit of 80s, once you come out of school, you get a job, you get a Peugeot, you get an apartment. Once you graduate out of university, everybody that have graduated out of university in 70s, it's just, once you come out, you get a job, you get an apartment, and all that. So, and that's what makes everybody then in Nigeria wants to go to school, because I mean, that's what Nnamdi Azikiwe and the Obafemi Awolowo, that's what they did. Number one priority then in Nigeria was education, not even sports. If your dad gets you, or your mom, or if your parents get you playing soccer after school, why you not ready? Because everyone knows what happened. You've been trouble. You never go out there playing soccer, But right now, look at what's happening in Nigeria. Education is like, that was the last thing. I mean, what are these politicians doing? Their problem is that corruption. Corruption has eaten Nigerians to the point that they forget what they have to do for the society. It's unbelievable. But the thing is this, having said that too, I have a hope. Nigeria, I mean, people saying, Charles, you're so passionate, you love me. I do. Nigeria is one of the best. Trust me. Their people are nice. Nigerians are, I mean, we have some, like every other country. You have some people that are not that good or whatever. But Nigerians